you have a high-profile vehicle, this wind will knock it off the road. It will blow you off the road. That's how strong these winds are. If you have a big van or a truck that just acts as a sail and the wind catches it and pushes it off. So we had just had an update to the severe thunderstorm warning, I think, or maybe a new one. I'm going to pan out and see if we have. I'm wondering if they've issued a warning for that storm near Elsinore we were talking about. So far, they have not. There's that severe thunderstorm warning we talked about near Murray, the severe thunderstorms that are moving out of western Kentucky, and the extreme strong wind event that is moving into the heartland right now. Very strong winds moving into Marble Hill as we speak. I want to zoom in and take a closer look at the storm that is to the east of Elsinore as well and to the north of Poplar Bluff. Maybe we could get if we get the Poplar Bluff sky cam pointed northwest, we could look right into this storm as well and see what we're looking at to see if there's any cloud lowerings or anything, because this is just on the north side of Poplar Bluff. There's a it's weak, a little rotation, but nothing much. We'll take a look at the hail indication as well to see if we got, we do have a hail spike. We've got a pretty significant hail spike with this storm. I would be surprised if we're not seeing any large hail falling with this storm. So I know we don't have a severe thunderstorm warning out for northern Butler County and eastern Carter County, but this is a pretty significant thunderstorm that is developing on the southern end of that extreme wind event that we're watching right now progress its way through the heartland. A very strong indication of straight line winds and wind damage that will be occurring. Boy, Brian, this thing is just moving extremely fast. The gust front's now almost in Cape Girardeau County, and it just seems like it's been in Boulder County for like 5 minutes. Have we had any other updates? You got any more information? I know you're wired into the Weather Service right now with the chat room to see what we've got going on. Yeah, we've got reports coming in from southeast Missouri all the way to western Kentucky. We're not forgetting about those of you in western Kentucky. There's a storm spotter in Murray that reported $half-sized hail with that severe thunderstorm warning. That continues until 6 p.m. It's moving to the southeast at 55 miles per hour. Also, the thunderstorms are severe there in Caldwell, Lyon County and Crittenden County. These are moving to the southeast at about 50 miles an hour, also producing some large hail and damaging straight line wind. We're watching the potential for very large hail there in Scott County in southeast Missouri. That's going to put down some large hail as well as some very strong wind. But the leading edge of this thunderstorm, this is what we're most concerned about. We have a lot of power outages. We have a lot of trees down. We have reports from Potosi to Caledonia, Missouri, as we are expecting widespread 70 to 100 mile per hour wind gusts. So we'll continue to track this as it moves west to east across the heartland. What you can expect: extensive wind damage to your trees. Prepare yourself for power outages. You want to bring your car inside the garage. If you have a carport that's not supported by poles, one of those aluminum carports, that's not going to help you. But if you have a carport, a garage, that'll help you kind of shield your car against this straight line wind. It's going to take out your windshield, your windows. It's going to take down trees. It's going to take down power lines. This is going to continue moving to the east at 60 miles an hour. And the wind gust on the leading edge of this thunderstorm will approach 70 to 100 miles per hour. So we do have reports flooding in to the First Alert Weather Center, $half-sized hail in Murray, Kentucky. We have very strong winds near Marble Hill. We have a history of damage with this thunderstorm. Again, we have power poles down. We have trees down. We have transformers blown from Potosi to Caledonia in southeast Missouri. And it's just things are coming in so quickly here. We're going to continue to watch this behind the scenes. We have about 2,500 customers from Ameren, Illinois, and Anna Vienna Olmsted. 2,500 Ameren customers in southeastern Illinois without power right now. And I fully expect those numbers to go up very soon there, Grant. So again, we're tracking several severe thunderstorms in the heartland, and most of them extend
extended out to about 5:30 to 6 o'clock this evening.
And we just got a flash flood warning that has been issued as well for the Piedmont area. Just intense rain. Do me a favor, let's put the Poplar Bluff cam behind me because I want to investigate. We're looking into this storm. I'd like to see the Poplar Bluff, if I could, behind me, the tower cam. Here we go. So this is a very intense storm. Are we zoomed all the way out on this storm, or are we kind of zoomed in? If we could zoom out, I don't know if we can anymore, because this is a very intense storm that is rapidly developing just to the northwest of Poplar Bluff, and we have a very good vantage point of the updraft base with our Skycam network. It may be too close. I don't know. Let's see if we can work on that. We'll get back to that in just a second. I want to investigate this storm, so let's put Max 1 back behind me because this storm is really intensifying as we speak, the way it looks, and we'll zoom on in and take a look at that. And there it is. This storm right here is what we're looking into to the northwest side of Poplar Bluff. Yeah, take the Skycam now for me, and we can kind of see, you kind of get a greenish hue behind me. Another flash flood warning has been issued as well. See that turquoise greenish hue? That's an indication that we got a lot of hail in that storm. Look at that as an ominous sky, and that's what's probably headed across a good bit of the heartland right now. This is the inflow for that storm that is growing. It continues to strengthen. Boy, look at the camera just shaking. Very strong winds even on the southern end of this line. Again, no severe thunderstorm warning out with this storm just yet. All right, thanks, guys. Let's go back to Max 1, and we'll take a look inside this storm. Again, that's the storm we're looking at. No official warning out on that storm right now, but it wouldn't surprise me if something got issued shortly. We're not seeing any rotation. But there are definitely some strong gusty winds. As you just saw, the camera was shaking pretty crazily with that system. So here comes the Bow Echo right here, and we've got some very strong winds that are moving into Cape Girardeau County now. So let's kind of zoom in to where the worst of the storm is, and we'll kind of track this as it moves across the area. Again, this intense Bow Echo moving towards Interstate 55 right now in Cape Girardeau County. We'll take a look at the winds inside this. Look at that Bow Echo. Look at that.
Gracious.
That is just a tremendous punch of wind, and it's moving into Cape Girardeau County now. We're talking about winds up to 80 miles per hour possible. It would be interesting. I think the apex of this bow is going to go to the north of the airport, so we won't get a true measurement of the wind gust, unfortunately. But we can look at it on radar and just see that moving into western Cape Girardeau County right now, near the old Bullinger Mill right there on Highway 34, I should say. Very strong winds. Millersville right around here seeing some very strong gusty winds. We're just going to kind of get a broad view of this dark blue and kind of give you an idea of how strong some of these winds are. You see that number, Brian, and it's much closer to the ground now because it's getting closer to the radar. 94 mile per hour wind gusts being indicated by First Alert Doppler Network with this Bow Echo that's moving through. And with some of these purple shadings, it gets even higher, I'm sure, 106 mile per hour. Now, again, that is up in the clouds, so more than likely we're not seeing winds that strong, but it shows you what is capable of occurring if the rain is able to tap a downdraft and bring that wind to the surface. That's what you could see, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center is emphasizing widespread 70 to 100 mile per hour wind gusts likely with this storm. Now, this is moving right into Jackson now. So if you live in Jackson, you've got very strong gusty winds that are moving into your area. Gordonville, Dutchtown, Whitewater, all these communities are about to get hit very hard with the strong gusty winds. This is the inflow jet, the rear inflow jet that's punching into the storms. You can see the lightning there on the tower cam behind me or in front of me there. I think that was still from Poplar Bluff. But Cape Girardeau, Jackson, you're about to get hit very hard with very strong gusty winds. I think we have the storm tracker on Kings Highway here at North Cape County Park. Do we have the storm tracker? Can we put that behind me? I don't know if he's pointing northwest into this line or not. I'd like to kind of see what it looks like. And you can see there is the that was the storm tracker. He's parked about, I guess, about right here. And yeah, we're looking right into the right into that Bow Echo as we look off to the northwest. And you can see it's getting a little raindrops on the camera. So he's going to get, is it Mike that's in there? Because he's going to get some strong gusty, very strong gusty winds in about 10 minutes, I think, as this is about to cross Interstate 55, the strong gusty winds on that Bo Echo. So let's go back to Max 1 if we will. Again, very strong gusty winds. When you just look at this, you're like, okay, that doesn't look like much. Yeah, I see a little bit of hail possibly right here. We're not looking at any tornadoes, so why are we on the air? And when we look at the velocity, the actual wind, widespread 60 to 80 mile per hour winds are likely with this line of storms, with the possibility of an isolated wind gust of up to 100 miles per hour. And I'll say that again, an isolated wind gust possible of 100 miles per hour. That is why you stay on the air, folks, because that is a threat to property and life as it moves across the area. So very strong gusty winds headed towards I-55 near Jackson. Enter the exit 99, exit I think 103, exit 96. Exit 95, the Dalhousie area, definitely under the gun. My folks, I don't know if y'all are watching. This is headed your way. You need to act like it's a tornado. Get in the basement. Get in your basement. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. We have 100 mile per hour winds possible with this Bo Echo as it's moving into a highly populated area. Jackson and Cape Girardeau are under the gun for very strong gusty winds. Again, the lowest interior room you can get to, or get in your basement. You do not want to be above ground when this moves in, because there will be numerous trees that get knocked over, and those trees could fall on your property, on your house. This is the kind of wind, like I'm saying, that will knock mobile homes off their foundation. This is the kind of wind that if you're driving along I-55 and you have a high-profile vehicle, there's chances you're going to get knocked off the road. This is extreme wind. Extremely strong wind moving across the area. So let's take a look at First Alert Doppler Network at the entire area. Again, we still have these severe thunderstorms moving out of Caldwell County and Callaway County. We have severe thunderstorms moving into Cape Girardeau County, Perry County. You are seeing some strong gusty winds and the possibility of some hail, but the worst of the wind is going to be just to your south, moving across Cape Girardeau County. And we've got flash flood warnings as well. Strong storm moving through the Poplar Bluff area, the northern end of Poplar Bluff. But this area is going to accelerate and move to the south and to the east as it moves into western Kentucky. Paducah, you're under the gun shortly. Marion in southern Illinois, you're under the gun. Anna, Jonesboro. We already had significant power outages with a line of storms moved through earlier. This one is much stronger than what you saw earlier in the day. What tower cam is that to my, what's the top tower cam? Is that the West Cape Girardeau tower cam? That's the top of the building. Okay, top of the building. All right, good deal. Which way is it facing? It's hard for me to tell from, is that the bridge? Is it facing towards the bridge? Okay, all right, so let's zoom in. I'll kind of show you what we're looking at here with that. That's the Bo Echo that's moving into the area. Just extremely strong gusty winds. So we've got the tower cam right here. We're looking south, and you're seeing the leading edge of that gust front. Go ahead and put the tower cam behind me, if you will. Boy, that is an ominous looking sky. It is going to be producing some very strong gusty winds. This is the gust front right here that we're seeing on radar. Behind it, very strong winds. Very heavy rainfall and the likelihood of hail. We've got warm, moist air feeding up. This is the inflow into the storm. And this right here is the downdraft. So we've got very strong gusty winds. And it looks like the strongest winds are going to go on the north side of Cape Girardeau and not down towards the airport. It'll be interesting to see what type of ground truth we get from those winds on radar that are showing up to 100 miles per hour. So let's get back to I want to get back to, reading my mind, Mr. David, thank you very much. Max 1 here as we take a look at the severe thunderstorm moving in. Brian, do you have any more information on this intense Bo Echo that's moving into the area?
Not getting any word as of this time there, Grant. We have seen extensive reports of power outages stretching as far north as Farmington, Missouri, and St. Francis County. Still, we're waiting on word on pictures and reports as far as damage, but a lot of folks without power in Farmington, Missouri at this time. We have a lot of damage reported as far back as Potosi and Caledonia, Missouri. As far as the severe thunderstorms that push through parts of western Kentucky, we've had reports of quarter-sized hail, golf ball-sized hail. Still a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Marshall and Callaway County until 6 p.m. But right now our focus is on Cape County and Scott County because we are seeing a strong indication of 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts on the leading edge of this thunderstorm. Now, this is the event that we've been talking about for the past few days. Now moving through. It's kind of a messy radar, but when you switch over to velocity, a much clearer picture of what we're dealing with here. Possibly